segment of this video is sponsored by Go Student. Click the link in the description for a free trial and 10% off after your free trial.
You two slept really well last night again. Mummy's so proud of you.
Good morning. Good morning, Mia.
Good morning, Fizz.
Good morning, Fizz fam. So the sun has now risen. It's about 5:15 at the moment. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is opening the doors and letting all of the fresh air in. So we're actually, I think, awake before the babies this morning. It's generally like a, a battle between the sun and the babies, like of which wakes us up first. But I think it's probably because I was thinking about that we want to do this morning routine as well. So I haven't tried to lay in at all this morning just because I really want to be able to show you everything, because it's quite busy in the mornings, and I know if we want to record it as well, it's going to be even busier.
Morning, Fizz fam. And also, this is a new thing for me and Darren, that we get to sleep in the big adult's bedroom all by ourselves.
Exactly. I'm very excited to tell you guys that it's now been a few nights of that we've been able to sleep in here in peace. And funny story is, like, the babies used to wake us up all night every night when we shared a room with them. Now they're in a room on their own. So far it's been going amazingly, and they actually don't get disturbed, or seemingly don't get disturbed at all, because we can hear them, like in the mornings, for instance, if they make noise in the mornings. And what's so funny about this is it actually happened with Karma as well. When we first put her in a room on her own, suddenly she slept through the night.
I think it's Darren snoring.
Right, I'm convinced I don't snore, but the dentist told me that I do, so.
I shout in my sleep though.
Yeah,
I
you
have
shout.
bad dreams and I shout. Another thing we do in the mornings, I don't fully make the bed, but I always pull back the sheet. We have these nice organic, like linen, cotton sheets. So they're quite breathable, but I still like all of the beds to be like saturated with fresh air, because at night time the air can get quite stuffy and humid in here, and so it's just nice to let all the fresh air in, and you can just smell all the nature. It's beautiful.
Yeah, the fact that we can just step out of these doors as well.
Every morning we're woken up by the sound of the howler monkeys as well. Can you hear them?
Don't know if you can hear them in the distance, but yeah, it's always really beautiful and peaceful here first thing in the morning. Everybody does get up very early here in Costa Rica though, so like gardeners will even arrive here at like 6:30 AM, so it's nice just to get this first bit of peace before all of the busyness of the day begins.
And this is the last door we open up in our bedroom area. This is for the outdoor shower, and it lets in a huge, nice lot of airflow all through to the bedroom. So now we brush our teeth. Sometimes we do it with the babies because they wake up before us, but if they don't wake up before us, we get to have a little treat that we get to brush our teeth on our own, don't we, Darren? We always use this lovely earth paste, which is all natural ingredients, and this one today is peppermint with activated charcoal. I have electric toothbrush, and Darren, he has a little manual, don't you, Darren?
Yeah, the toothpaste is actually made out of clay, which comes from the US. And then yeah, I prefer a manual toothbrush over electric. I did have an electric for a while.
Isn't it? It's
still biodegradable,
yeah.
So then after brushing our teeth and splashing our faces, it's time to head through to the kitchen. As you said, things do tend to differ because it all depends who's awake at what time. But as the babies are still asleep, we're gonna have to be quiet.
Right, so we have to be quite quiet because we also don't want to wake up Mia and Sienna because they like to have a lay-in. We also have to open up these doors in the living room because it gets very stuffy in here. We have to do this quite stealth. What we really love about the mornings is it's very peaceful, and it feels like when you open up all the doors, all the nature comes inside.
Yeah, you guys can probably hear all of the different birds. They start singing from like 4 AM every day. It's actually really nice. It's like a natural alarm clock. So then finally it's just opening up the other side window for a really nice airflow, and then it's on to making the water, isn't it? So this water is reverse osmosis, which means it's had like everything stripped out of it. All the chemicals, etc., but that includes all of the good minerals as well. So we do a two-step process for our water. This is something which restructures it, so it's just like, so it's in its natural state, like how it would be coming from a spring or a river. So it goes through here into the jug. So then after vortexing it several times, oh, the babies are awake. We'll continue this in a minute. Good morning, Koa.
Good morning.
Everyone ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yay! Good morning, son. Good morning, Koa. Koa always finds the bright light too much, don't you, Koa?
See if we can see any hummingbirds.
Can you hear
Sometimes
the
we see
howler
hummingbirds
monkeys?
out here, don't we? Don't we, Karma?
I heard you there. You did it for the first time. Wow, do you want to come out of your cot now, Cara? Hello, Cara. You two slept really well last night again. Mummy's so proud of you. This is Cara's bed, what he sleeps in at the moment.
Blinds up.
We're waiting for a cot bumper to come, a nice organic linen one, so he's using the towels at the moment. This is little Karma's bed, and we're going to make them later on. We're just going to let them all air out with the fresh air, aren't we, Karma?
So I fold these blackout blinds up every day. We don't have like a permanent solution for this because obviously this is just a rented property while our own house is being built, but with our own house we will have a permanent solution to make all of the rooms blackout, not just the babies ones. But these are a really good temporary fix in the meantime because they stop like 99% of the light, so it just enables them to have a much more peaceful sleep. So really grateful that we have these. Do you want to come brush your teeth, Kamsi? Yeah. Come on then. And then more airflow. You'll notice a theme going on here, just letting loads of fresh air. That's why we love the temperature in this country, because we can just have the windows open all day, every day. We would have them open at night time as well, but because we don't have bug screens on these ones, obviously we don't want any scorpions, tarantulas, etc. coming in, which we have had come in the house previously when we tried to have the windows open overnight. But again, in our own house build, we'll have bug screens so we can have the windows open at night, which can be incredible, isn't it?
Right, Karma's going to show what she does. She's very independent with the toothpaste.
You can do it all on your own, can't you, Kamsi? Then you brush your pearly whites. Koa, are you going to brush yours as well, yeah?
I'm going to go and take him because his toothbrush is still in my bathroom.
Okay, sure.
So I'll let Karma brush her teeth in here, but I'll go and brush her.
Okay, you brush your teeth and I'll be preparing your porridge, okay? Good girl. So then going back to the water, Fizz fam, obviously I was about to pour this in mine and Georgie's glasses, or kind of jars, aren't they? But now that the baby's awake, I will be prioritising their food instead. So the water's going to go into the kettle. While that starts boiling, I will get out 3 bowls because we usually do Sienna, Karma and Koa. We make their breakfast. Mia tends to make her own breakfast just because she prefers to have the control over what she wants to have each day, whereas the kids always have pretty much the same thing most days. So it's going to be these organic oats, and then with those they will also have some nut butter. So in this case this is an almond butter, but that kind of varies on rotation. We buy all different ones, so like almond, cashew, peanut, even sometimes cacao butter as well, which is just like a raw chocolate. And then also added to that will be some jam, so we've got a nice organic jam there as well. One more thing I forgot about is a splash of soy milk which goes on it. While the kettle's boiling, I'm going to prepare some more water, which is actually going to be the one which me and Georgie drink this time. But there's quite a bit of a twist on how we drink water. There's a few little additions which you're going to see. That was nearly boiled, but as you can see here we have our what started as reverse osmosis water, but we've restructured it. You can actually see the bubbles which end up appearing in it because it's ended up getting a bit oxygenated, which is great for us. But then there's 2 additions which we add to it, which is we're going to remineralize it with these trace mineral drops. By the way, if you don't have like that vortexer thing, you can just twirl the water around. It's not gonna be as good, but you can twirl it around for like 30 seconds, 60 seconds with a spoon, and that creates kind of structure to the water again. And then also in terms of remineralizing, you can just add a pinch of sea salt or Himalayan rock salt to the water as well, which actually does taste nice, putting a little pinch of sea salt in it, and that helps to remineralize it. But this is like concentrated sea water, so it's got all of those trace minerals in there, which is really nice. And then the next thing we're going to add is actually these molecular hydrogen tablets, which we've only been using for about the last, what, couple of months? We're going to get 2 of these out, and then we're going to put these in the water, and as you see, they're going to start fizzing in the water, and that is actually all of the hydrogen being released in the water. And this is really good for your health. It's a huge antioxidant, but also it kind of makes you feel a bit like charged up, makes you feel a bit like invigorated, doesn't it?
So if you guys have been watching me in the videos lately and I seem a bit crazy or a bit hyper, it's this. This stuff.
Does it make mummy crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's crazy anyway. I quit coffee, still crazy. I know.
Yeah, I mean, there's years of sleep deprivation, don't worry about it. Crazy's cool. As you can see, it almost looks like a chemical reaction going on here.
It's pretty cool.
So then lastly to the water, I'm just gonna add a little bit of ice. And I don't normally do this all one-handed, so forgive the ice going on the floor. Right, that's now our water's finished, which we will drink them in a second, but I need to do the kids' porridge first. The water is now boiled, and I'm actually going to pour it straight directly into the bowls of the porridge oats instead of putting it in a saucepan. Rather than putting it all in a saucepan, we're going to cover them with plates, and then it traps the heat in, and then they actually end up cooking. So you can literally just leave them there for 5 minutes and they cook perfectly.
This is like a busy mum or parent little hack.
Yeah, and then, but if the babies are especially hungry, like if they wake up and they don't even want to wait the 5 minutes for porridge because they're super hungry, they'll usually tend to ask for a banana, don't you, Kewa?
Oh, do you want a
if
banana?
you're hungry.
He hasn't actually done it today.
He hasn't, no. He wants the porridge. You want the porridge.
He's saying almond butter.
Okay, you put the almond butter and the jam on, don't you, Kamsi? We'll just wait for them to cook, yeah? Matches your t-shirt cover. You're styling the banana style.
Me too.
It's the moldy one.
Is it moldy?
No, it's fine. It's just.
Oh, it's just started peeling on the top of it. Do you want a different one?
Yeah.
I'll eat that one, don't
We'll
worry.
give it to Mia. Mia's a bit fussy about a banana. It's just a little family joke.
I'm not fussy about bananas. By the way, here you go, here's another tip. When your bananas get really, really overripe and they're like really brown and spotty, or they've gone like gooey and you think you're gonna throw them away, don't throw them away. Instead, yeah?
Show them later what we do with them.
Okay, you better remember then.
It's part of our breakfast.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, exactly. Okay, so there you go. There's a little bit of something coming up later on because we'll show you what we did with the bananas, which are on the verge of kind of about to go moldy. Next step while the porridge is cooking, Fizz fam, is we come out here with our freshly made, remineralized, restructured hydrogen water. And then we get a bit of grounding in as well. So we actually do some little, just walking around on the grass, bare feet, feels absolutely incredible. Just kind of discharging and just reconnecting with the earth. And then we can stand even in the sunlight as well as the sun's starting to rise. As you can see, there is Mia and Sienna fast asleep. Still got their blind down. They tend to sleep in longer than us. So this is like a really nice spot. You get all the sun rays going through your water as you're drinking it. It just feels incredible. Honestly, these are the little things which is really nice to make sure to try to fit into our routine, just so we feel like this abundance, and it just feels so incredible to be here. I mean, what's the point of being in Costa Rica if we can't try to get outside as often as possible, you know? And obviously things are super busy with the babies and work, but that's why every chance we get, just getting to pop out and just stand on the grass bare feet and have a glass of water in the sun is so nice.
Like being parents, like I feel like everybody nowadays, everybody can agree with this. Like life just feels really busy and your day is so jam-packed. Like you don't always have time to go for long walks or say, oh, I want to go outside. But yeah, like if you can literally squeeze in a couple of minutes, just having your morning coffee, even if you have to check your emails on your phone or just something like that, just go and step in the garden. And we did used to do it after Cora was born in Brighton in the winter.
Yeah, there was a railway track at the bottom of the garden as well, so like all the trains went past and we suddenly all turned into train spotters, didn't we?
Yeah, and it's the perfect way to connect with nature.
Yeah.
It's great. Even if
You're probably wondering what this tastes like, by the way. It just tastes like bubbly water. Yeah, probably the only thing that gives it flavour is the minerals. So yeah, it takes a little bit of adjusting, but it leaves you feeling so good afterwards.
Your taste buds get used to it. Like with any new flavours, you have to get adjusted to it.
Yeah,
don't you?
but otherwise you can add like a little squeeze of lime or lemon. We don't have any at the moment. We were getting limes off the trees, weren't we, Karma? Been about 4 or 5 minutes, hasn't it?
I can put the on button there.
You can. You've got mad skills at doing that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right, let's take these bowls off. So there's Karma's, Koa's, and Sienna's. Wait while Karma serves it up, Koa. Yeah. Koa, what's your favourite? Nut butter or jam? Jam. I think that was jam, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Karma, what's your favourite? Nut butter or jam?
Jam.
Really? Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
I thought you preferred nut butter. Yeah.
What do you prefer, jam or nut butter?
Butter.
You might notice this, when you give young children 2 options, they'll generally just say whatever's the last option you said because it's the one which was freshest in their memory.
That is an amazing tip. If you want to get them to do something
Yeah.
or choose something, you can use
Yeah,
that
like,
tactic.
do you want to have a late bedtime or an early bedtime? Early bedtime. Okay, you said it. Wow, that is a lot of jam, seriously.
I feel like you've got enough in that one.
That is a ton
is that
of
Coa's
jam.
or is that Carmen?
I think you might need to share that out between the bowls, Karma, and then add the nut butter in the bowls as well, yeah? It's just like your little task in the morning, isn't it, Karma, where you do the toppings on the porridge.
It's great though for her age range because obviously sometimes getting to help her in the kitchen isn't possible. So just a little task of like putting some toppings on, they feel like they're getting to be creative in the kitchen, and it's good practice, isn't it, Karma?
I just remembered one thing I forgot actually, is super seed mix, which we normally put on it. Ah, that's why, because there isn't any in the fridge. Do you have any super seed mix?
In their pantry.
Yeah?
Sometimes in the morning we Well, we have a lot of little geckos living in our living room, and in the morning sometimes I have to wake up, and this is the least glamorous part of our morning, and it's that I have to pick up all their little poos. So if you see me doing that, that's what I'm doing. And here we have the seed mix. This is a mix of chia flax seed and hemp seeds, and it's very naughty, Maya. I mustn't say it, but these are organic super seeds.
Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, we have no idea why, but for some reason, some imported things in Costa Rica, they put stickers over certain words to cover them up. Let us know on Instagram why they do that, because we have no idea.
She put some little seeds on, because these are full of omega-3s, which is really good for your little brains. And this porridge really, really helps them, because first thing in the morning they're very hungry, and it fills their little tummies up and it gives them loads of energy for the rest of the day. And then you've got all the carbohydrates from the oats, you've got all the healthy fats, and they've got that little touch of sweetness from the strawberries.
Oh, by the way, I didn't put a splash of soy milk on.
Yeah, we're going to put some soy milk in it. And yeah, you get the protein from the nut butter and also from the soy milk. So it's a perfect little breakfast for you, isn't it?
So then, while Georgie feeds the babies breakfast, I will be getting on with our cup of matcha. We switched from, well, we started drinking matcha quite a few years ago, then we fell off the, what's the expression? Wagon or something, whatever that means.
And the reason
we fell off the wagon and we started drinking coffee again for about 6 months. And just because we're so super tired from obviously sleep training the babies, Georgie breastfeeding all night, I mean, it's significantly worse for her. But we just always found that rotation of like just kind of trying to energize yourself off coffee. It's just not, it's like borrowed energy from the future, and it just makes me personally anyway feel really rubbish. Headaches, no good. Whereas matcha is a really nice little perk, but without any of the downsides.
Koa keeps eating her porridge.
Good morning. Good morning, Mia.
Good morning, Fizz. Good morning, Sixties.
I always just want to like lay in bed and just roll around in the covers. Even though we're in Costa Rica, and in Costa Rica it's hot, I still want to do that.
First thing I always have to do is open up my door because I just love the fresh air. And then we go brush our teeth, don't we?
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning, Koe. Koe's having a little
Morning.
tantrum.
Good morning,
He wanted to throw his porridge all over the floor. So grumpy. Do you want a banana? Good morning, Kama. Hey.
Now let me put the umber on the jam. On the porridge? Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm excited to
Right,
see
let's
how
go brush
much
your
I've
teeth,
got.
yeah?
Hola, Kama. Hola, Koa.
Hola, eyeball.
Hola, eyeball. Now that whole process does take like 5 minutes. So realistically, if we're in too much of a rush to do this on some mornings, then it will just be a black tea instead.
Delicious that. What you should do, if they don't want to eat their breakfast, I don't force them, because when like Koa's hungry, he will eat. So what I try and sit here, give them some time, so I know that kids need it. If not, I'll put these into little clippy tubs in the fridge and they can have them later on for a mid-morning breakfast. Or sometimes they have it as supper before bed.
And sometimes what I find myself doing is I come in here to collect my stuff and then put them away in the other room where all my things are kept. And then I find myself end up rolling around in the cover again, and then I have to get myself up. So I'm gonna try to not do this anymore, but I think Mia's getting her water now, so I should probably get my water too. My mini little job, the teamwork makes the dream work, is unloading the dishwasher, which is very easy, but some of the things I don't know where they go, or no, I do know where they go, but I have to climb up on the side to put them back, so I just put them there, and then somebody who comes along into the kitchen who's taller than me.
Me.
Yeah, you. Or Mum, or Mia. We'll put them away.
So this is Sienna's kind of contribution to all of us helping out. And then also Mia, which I think she's just finished drinking her water. Oh, she's now making her bed. The little chore which she helps us out with is taking out the trash and the recycling. So she'll be doing that in a minute.
Recycling day today, Mia. In the
mornings you do have to keep a good eye on the baby. So it would be nice if they could go off and play, but what usually happens is he does the opposite of construction. He deconstructs everything. Don't you, Koa? I'm really surprised he's not over there with you right now, Sienna. What happens is, when you try to empty the dishwasher, he tries to pull out all the plates before you can and likes to throw them on the floor.
Sometimes Koa helps me with the dishwasher. Koa, can you put this away? Oh, I can. He's deconstructing the drawer. No! I can. They go in there, yeah? I can. Look.
Good girl, Clumsy. You know where they go, don't you? We kind of always go in the mornings, but it just makes everything flow so nicely, and then we have all the rest of the day to actually do like more of the things we enjoy as opposed to just tidying, don't we?
It's really important for children to help out in the household. So it teaches them about how to be an adult when they're older, but also gives them a nice sense of responsibility and participation in the family.
This bin can sometimes be smelly, but actually today it's fine. But my favourite part is the recycling and putting the bags into the bin. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I actually kind of enjoy that part of the job. But I kind of find it like
Mia, you've got that.
Oh, thanks.
I know what you mean though.
Yeah, but sorry.
I know what you
We have
mean.
3 recycling bins.
Stop talking trash, Mia.
Very funny, Mum. So we keep all of the bin stuff in the garage. What's happened before is sometimes I leave the garage like half open, like for example, I'll leave it like that. So then I can't immediately see that it's like not completely open if I'm not concentrating, and then I've walked, okay. Today it's like just high enough, but some days it's been a bit too low, and then I've just like smashed my head into the garage, which is a bit silly. Okay, so...
Ow.
So the bins in there. That bin really wasn't full today, but we'll still take it out because nappies aren't really fun to sit in the bin for a long time, are they? See, the funny thing is about my job is sometimes, I don't know why, but I feel like it's especially because I've just woken up, sometimes my brain is a bit like scatterbrain, and I'll do like half of the job and then I'll go indoors and then I'll forget about the rest of the job, and then Mum's always like, Mia, you forgot to put bags in the bin. So every day I'm like, okay, today I'm going to remember to do all of the bits.
Yeah, we just have to separate them out into the different bags, and because they're see-through bags, they can see which are the different recycling things they are. One of the things what I actually love about Costa Rica as well is pretty much all of the plastic bags that we're able to buy are all biodegradable. They're just really like readily abundant here. So all these,
like in
all these
some
bags are
countries-
biodegradable. You got your swimsuit on?
Yeah.
In
Yeah?
other countries, like, they don't even exist.
Yeah.
The recycling bag, stretch it out, like so. And then you have to, like, stretch it. And I don't know why, but I just find that bit so satisfying. That's the reason why I wake up in the morning. Just to do that.
Come on, let's go have a shower now. This is where me and the babies get ready in the morning. So I'm able to shower. What is really good is that the babies, they like to have an outdoor shower. So I'm able to get ready while they're playing, and sometimes I can get like 30 minutes of time to get ready while they're playing in there, which is a really, really good treat. Come always turns to shower on, don't you?
You're having jungle shower, aren't you, Karma?
Yeah, this is amazing because you can see all the blue, sunny sky. And like I said, I'm able to have a shower as well. Because in the mornings I like to do some exercise, sometimes I don't have a proper shower. I'm able to have a quick rinse and then get changed into my workout clothes. Before I have a shower, while the babies are playing, I'm going to finally make our bed. And we have loads of nice cushions, and I really like the bed being made in the day because when I walk in, it's just like looks really beautiful and tidy, and just like it's a really pretty focal point. And I think it's good for your peace of mind if everything is organised and as tidy as it can be. Nice tidy bed to look at.
Mia actually now has her Spanish lesson, Fizz fam. She's going to be using a new service called Go Student. This segment of the video has been kindly sponsored by them. So you ready, Mia?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You're going to be able to check out your new Spanish tutor.
I'm excited.
All right, then give me a shout if you need anything, but otherwise we'll chat to you about it after you finish, right? Right, have fun, bye.
Hi. Can you hear me? Hola. Okay, cool.
Hola, Mia, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y usted?
She's just finished, Fizz fam, so let's see how she got on. Mia, you finished? How'd it go?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
It was a great lesson.
Yeah, where's the lady from? Or where was she, by the way, just because she's done such an early lesson?
I don't know where she was, but she said that she's lived in England a lot, so it's nice to hear the English accent when we mostly spoke in Spanish, like the majority of the time. But
Right.
she said a few words to me in English because I needed like it. And she had a British accent. Anyways, that's
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did she challenge you?
Yeah, it was good. She's obviously from Colombia, so she's a native speaker.
But yeah, she's got a British accent as well.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's lived there for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's where she learned English. So it's nice that she kind of understood my experience of like living in another country and learning.
She's doing
that.
your role, but in reverse.
Yeah.
Kind of. So she
yeah.
came from a South American country and then gone to England.
Yeah.
And you've gone from England to a Central American country.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good because the majority of the time with my level of Spanish, I just need like conversation and I will learn just by using it.
Yeah.
Because I already know like all of like how the language, like the grammar and stuff. But we did go over a few bits of like the verbs, conjugations and stuff like that.
Okay.
To refresh me, like the more advanced stuff.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So you're like advanced level Spanish?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
like,
really impressive.
The whole time we were speaking Spanish, basically.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, we knew you'd got really good, but that's really cool. And then she can obviously take you to the next level where you just become completely fluent.
Yeah, that's like the next level for me.
Wow. I'm really pleased that went well because when they got in contact and told us about their service, we already knew that it sounded absolutely amazing. Like the thing of how flexible they are. You can have the lessons like wherever you are, from anywhere. They're obviously virtual lessons, completely one-on-one, so it's a private tutor, completely one-on-one. And then also they adapt to your time zone. So for instance, Mia's just had a very early lesson today because she does a lot of other stuff during the day as well anyway. So it's really nice that now she's able to slot that in wherever she wants. So I want to read you some of the points from their website as well because it is really cool, all of the different features that they have. So they find the best tutor to match for your child because obviously every student's different. So they find one which is exactly on the like level of capabilities what your child has. So for instance, Mia is quite advanced Spanish now, which I'm quite proud to say. That's really cool. But she's going to be able to help her get to the absolute next level. And then obviously, as I said, they're private one-on-one lessons. So it's just student and tutor, that's it. It's not like a group lesson or a mixed lesson or anything like that. So they get that absolute undivided attention. And then they're 50-minute classes, like a tailor-made learning plan. And it's a unique tailored learning plan for each student. All school subjects and age groups are actually covered. And obviously as parents, we get regular access to all of our child's progress so we know what's going on. But we can kind of leave them to it. They can communicate to like schedule their appointments and they can reschedule. They can, for instance, if they're going to be busy, they can skip a lesson, or even if they so desired, like if they came and spoke to the parents about it, if they wanted to change tutor, they can even change tutor as well. It's a virtual classroom with a digital whiteboard, recording function, screen sharing, basically everything that you could ever need. And it actually has over 9,000 tutors worldwide. And it teaches 30 subjects. And you can try it for free by clicking the link in the description. Right, let's get back to the morning routine. What's next in the morning routine,
in the mornings,
George?
after their breakfast, we have our vitamins, don't we? So I give them a K2 and D3 gummy. Then also they have a magnesium. These are really good for children because it helps keep them nice and calm. Like it's a relaxing mineral. Oh, you've already had yours. I normally give them to Sienna as well, but she's brushing her hair at the moment.
And also the really cool thing about these is, Fizz fam, is that the kids basically think they're sweet, so you can get them to have their vitamins easily.
Well, the thing is there is a problem with that. They want to eat them all the time. And then also
You love vitamins, don't you, Carmen?
Yeah.
we also have our algae omega-3s, DHA, and it's got a little bit of astaxanthin in it as well. So hang on, mummy has to do it. Now I chew it carefully. And then also we also have astaxanthin on its own. It's a stronger form of it than what's included in this capsule. There you go, Sienna. Cora doesn't have this because we already had a little bit in the omega-3, but Karma and Sienna have this. And this is like an antioxidant, which is really, really good for you all round, but then it also helps provide nice sun protection for your skin. So obviously we're in Costa Rica and I don't like have to put sun cream on them every time they go into the garden for like 20 minutes in that, and this provides a good one. And then also we have a B12 spray. This is methylcobalamin. This is the best one, the bioavailable one. Yep, just calm down, okay? This is like, you know, like when you see pictures of people like going to feed the animals and the animals come crowded around, like all the pigeons or like, you know, at a farm or something. This is what it feels like.
So excited, aren't you?
Yeah.
So we're gonna spray this one in your mouth. She loves having her vitamins, guys. It's like a little bit of a ritual in the day. Do you want a little squirt? You just hold that in your mouth so it's absorbed by your skin in your mouth. Yeah, underneath your tongue.
Under your tongue.
Under your tongue. Ready, Cora? A little squirt in the mouth. There we go, a little squirt for Cora.
Is that nice, Cora? You've got a mouthful of what looks like sweets now, but it's actually vitamins.
Yeah, and he's got an empty container there because we'd ran out, so I let him play with that.
And this was the B12 liquid spray, if you didn't get to see that, by the way, Fizz fam. Step is that we tried to get out for a little bit of exercise, usually a walk, but we're going to be adventurous for you this morning, and we're going to actually take the bikes out, and then also the bike trailer. Mia's bike has sadly got a puncture at the moment though, so I still need to sort that out, don't I?
I'm so excited. I love it when we
Are you going to come for a bike ride as well?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I want to come.
Okay, cool. You're in there already?
Yeah.
You've got to attach it to my bike. Vroom, vroom, vroom. We're going to attach it to my bike, yeah?
Yeah.
We'll go really fast, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, here we go. Let's connect up.
So this is my breakfast van. I mean, it may be like slightly small, but look, I can ride it great, look.
It's amazing.
Yeah, you've nearly learned how to ride a bike, haven't you, Sienna?
Well done, Sienna. Yeah, that's my girl. So proud of you, Sienna. Coa's decided to take one welly. Every morning, there's something random that gets brought along with us, isn't there, Coa?
Okay, go Sienna, leading the way. You okay, babies?
We're not going far.
We're now gonna go fast. We're speeding up. So begins our nice bike ride. It's really nice just to get out here in the morning. As I said, we usually do it in the form of a walk, but occasionally we'll mix up a bit of a bike ride. What it is, you know how we said there's been like some changes going on where suddenly the babies have slept through the night for a couple of nights in a row. Me and Georgie have actually got to just share a bedroom alone, like for the first time in 3 years or something.
I didn't get woken up last night for the first time.
Yeah, you actually didn't get woken up.
So I'm looking forward to the mornings. You know, I might even be able to do an extra workout of like weightlifting as well for 10 minutes or something.
Otherwise it has been a bit temperamental when we put them in the trailer, but
Yeah.
it seems to be going really well so far. You having fun?
Yeah.
You got your welly on cover, just one welly. Every time that we come out here, Fizz fam, it's just like our own safari, like a nature documentary where we just see all sorts. There's howler monkeys, and George has even seen a crocodile here. We see all sorts of wildlife, and it's just absolutely incredible that this is like completely on our doorstep. So it's a really nice start to the day with the kids. Mia does sometimes come with us, but most of the time nowadays, now it's like she's nearly 17, she likes a lot more kind of time to herself, able to get on with things. Love you, Dumpy. Woo! That was fun, wasn't it? Yeah? Yeah, he's still got the welly. I wasn't sure if he was going to chuck it out. I did keep looking back. Right, should we jump out now? Have something to drink, a nice cold drink, yeah?
After all that working out, I'm always hungry, so I make breakfast for me and Lauren. So I'm going to be getting out this machine called a blender. If you can remember back to the vegan fitness days, I used to always make something called berry nice cream, like silk and tofu nice cream, you know, the combo of those words. And I still basically make that. It's my tried and tested breakfast because it's really hydrating, really filling, and it keeps me satiated for a long time. And I just really, really enjoy it. I think it's delicious. I've never got bored of it. So for the protein part of the breakfast, it is the silken tofu. So me and Darren have one of these blocks each because they're about 200 calories. So if you don't put a lot of things into this, then it's going to be quite low calorie and then you're going to be hungry, because I like to have 2 meals a day, and breakfast and then dinner. So they both have to be quite filling. You can't have like tiny little portions. And then we've got some lovely organic, locally grown blackberries here. These are called Mora, M-O-R-A in Spanish. This is quite a big block here. I'm going to let it defrost a little bit. And then also to add a little bit of sweetness, because they can be quite tart, me and Darren have some frozen banana in there, which is what Darren was saying about earlier, what we do with our like overripe bananas. We chop them up and put them in one of these containers. That doesn't look very nice, okay? I know it looks kind of gross, but it's just loads of overripe bananas all smooshed into there, chopped up. So if you actually chop up bananas when they're going a little bit ripe, then they can actually be a bit better than when you leave until they're like falling to bits. So I would advise doing that. Darren usually has more bananas in there than me because he's male and he needs more calories. So I'm going to do mine first of all. Oh yeah, what else do I put into here? So I'm forgetting all the ingredients. We've got some of those super seeds again to go in there for our omega-3s, and it makes it kind of thick and creamy, and lots of extra protein in there as well. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. We have some nut butter in there as well, so Darren usually has a few good scoops of that. So this is the almond butter that Karma has for breakfast. And sometimes I also get a little splash of unsweetened soy milk out as well, in case it needs some liquid in there. But the less liquid you add, then the more it turns into ice cream, and the more liquid you add, the more it turns into a smoothie. So if you thought that silken tofu, or just tofu in general, is a bit weird to have as a sweet breakfast, and then you're starting to call it ice cream, you're like, how does that work? It's really, really flavourless, so you can add anything to it. Sometimes I make a choco bowl as well, where I only add frozen banana and I add in loads of cocoa powder and sometimes like some chaga powder and that, and then it's like a really nice, healthy, like chocolatey breakfast. Really, really delicious, by the way. But I really like having lots of berries for the antioxidants. They're really important, especially if you're a mum and you get them woken up in the night. I know I got to have the night to myself, but there's been like 3 years of it, so this is really good. Helps offset all the free radicals in your body, like which are produced from stress. And stress can come in the forms of emotional stress, but also like physical stress and like not getting any sleep and stuff. Depending on what kind of flavour you want for this, you can add as much as you want. Obviously, if I was to put the whole bag in here, it'd be so overpowering and quite sour. And then I'm going to put a tiny little couple of cubes of banana in there. Probably equates to 1 banana. All of this kind of looks a bit like, not that appealing, I get it, but it's going to look and taste delicious in a minute, trust me on this. I'm going to add a tiny little bit of these seeds. I'm going to add in a splash of soy milk, and then I'm going to add a tiny bit of nut butter, and you can go a bit overboard with nut butter, so just add a tiny little bit in there, like a heaped teaspoon or tablespoon. Just wait for this, ready? And now for the exciting part, spooning out the delicious nice cream. And as you can see now, it's a really, really vibrant, beautiful colour. So obviously the more blackberries you add, the more gorgeous purpley pinky colour it becomes. And this is perfect because it is quite hot at the moment, being in Costa Rica. So it's perfect that this breakfast cools me down as well for the day. And now it's time for the toppings. Not every day do I do this because I don't always have time. Sometimes I just have to grab this and stand here and wolf it down so I can be there for the babies. But some days I feel like being a little bit creative. So these are cacao nibs. These are full of antioxidants, and it's kind of like having chocolate chips but much healthier. Then there's some desiccated coconut, and then sometimes I will slice up a banana on there or add some more fruits on it, but I'm just really happy with it being like this. Or granola. I love putting a bit of granola on there.
What are you up to, Sienna? Some
I'm
arts and
doing
crafts?
some arts and crafts, yeah. I'm making these mini notebooks. This one I kind of made a mistake on. It was supposed to be like that, but then I realized I did like the card wrong, so then I just decided it would be like one of those notebooks where they're like that kind of shape. So I'm doing my first kind of little bit of homeschooling, arts and crafts.
They're tiny, aren't they?
Yeah.
Little miniature notebooks. Normally I would be on the computer now, like catching up on emails, checking in with the team, but I'm actually going to go wild and make my own breakfast today, which is just going to be like identical to Georgie's, except I'm just going to double up the recipes. They didn't eat their breakfast. There's still some of your breakfast in the fridge, Karma.
There we go.
You still got porridge and
God.
banana, haven't you?
It's all gone now. I haven't got any more to give you now. So Darren is currently feeding the babies his breakfast. I would say he's eating his now, but no, it's feeding the babies, isn't it? And I'm going to be doing some laundry. So I go into the garage to do the laundry because that's where the washing machine for our clothes is stored. Because if you've been watching our videos for a while now, you'll know that the washing machine we have in the pantry laundry room puts holes in all our clothes, so I just kind of use that for the towels. I have a lot of washing here which I've got to sort out into some piles, so what I like to do is do all of like the housework things after breakfast, so like sort out the washing, give everywhere a quick tidy up. So yeah, this is kind of boring, but it's necessary. Right, so the washing is on, and what I do now is I have to sort out the huge load of dry washing, which is usually drying out here, but we have to be very, very careful. If it starts to chuck it down, one of us has to frantically run in here and bring it in. But we have good sunshine and good heat, so everything dries really nicely. But I have to sort all of this out in the morning into piles of what needs to be ironed, and then what doesn't need to be ironed needs to be put away in all of our bedrooms. So I put away me and the baby's clothes, I put away Darren's clothes, but Mia puts her clothes away and Sienna puts her clothes away as well. And then also Sienna's a really, really good girl because I have had this never-ending pile of ironing which always builds up and I never can really seem to tackle. And Sienna's been doing a little job lately where she gets 5,000 colones for doing a small little pile like this for me, which she really, really enjoys. But you usually do that later on, it's not part of the morning routine, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're a good little helper. Everyone's got their little tasks to do, or tasks, which helps the family life flow really nicely.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be playtime for the babies, and then I get to do a little bit of social media because our videos go out in the morning Costa Rica time. So this is the best time to do all of the social media for our audience. This is like our communal internet area, isn't it, Mia? So Mia does a bit of work here as well. Well, if you wonder what this is the Ethernet connection. So I use the internet via this wire, and then I don't have to have the Wi-Fi going on through the house. So what I usually do is Instagram, promote the video. I like to go on YouTube. I like to post it on TikTok, and then I just like to reply to all your lovely comments, look at all your lovely edits, and just see what's going on in the internet world, which is really, really important for us. And then Darren is usually, after he's washed up, then he goes into the bedroom and he's doing lots of emails. So I get to do the fun social media part and get to speak to you guys and like post pictures and that, but Darren, he's just on the computer doing emails. I feel sorry for Darren.
And then that concludes our morning routine, and it's time to get on with the rest of the day. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll see you in the next video.
Much, guys.
Subscribe if you're new. Bye.
Wow, that's how